Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Allison's Corner. With me, I have a very special guest. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
I am June Kennedy.
And who are you to me?
Oh, this is my niece
Oh my
Allison.
gosh.
Yes,
Yes. I've known her all my life,
all your life.
but I've only known you for what, 33 years of mine.
Yeah.
So, the reason why we wanted to do this episode is because someone has a birthday tomorrow
Yes.
and you will be turning the big,
I'll be driving down Highway 80, girl.
yes, 80, 80. And then my birthday's on the 29th and
That's
I'll be
right.
33.
Wow.
So, the reason that I wanted to do the episode is because both of our birthdays, by the time this is posted, yours would have passed, mine would be coming up.
Also, you did this intentionally to highlight
Yes.
yours, right?
And yours, girl. I had to give you a little shine. So, yes. So, I thought it would be good for us to sit down and talk because my auntie has so much wisdom to share with the world.
Well, I'll see.
Okay. So, are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
You sure?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Alrighty. So, question number one. What are three life lessons or three lessons life has taught you that you wish you knew at 33?
At 33. That's a long time ago,
Yeah,
girl.
girl.
Let's see if my memory can get back that far.
Okay.
So I wish at 33 I had completed all my education, everything, and just jump into the job market, and doing what I had to do. Um, Also, I think at 33, build a very strong relationship, build a legacy. In other words, start building if you didn't before, start building a legacy. And one biggie is how to be financially savvy. Begin to get it together if you didn't start at 33, because after that, it gets more difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
start early.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Mhm.
So I guess another follow up to that is what mattered to you at 33 doesn't matter now to you at 80?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so at 33, my desire was to be wealthy so that I could retire early
That's my desire.
and travel, the world as it were. But it didn't happen. But I'm content with what I have accomplished thus far,
Yeah.
right? Also, I spoke about being financially savvy already, and also to be just you don't have to please everybody. You don't have to be right. If it's in your heart, you believe it, you know, go with your heart. It's it's a teacher sometimes.
Yeah. So intuition
Hmm.
or trusting your gut.
Believe in yourself,
Okay.
actually, and don't second guess yourself. I've done that quite a bit sometimes. Second guessing, and at that time it didn't work. So just be comfortable with yourself and just do what you have to do.
Okay. So I guess a follow up to that, what do you think people my age worry about too much?
Oh my goodness, I have the perfect answer, girl.
What?
A lot of young people at 33, single, not married, they worry about their biological time clock running out,
Yeah.
right? And the feeling that Mr. Right will not come at this stage because there are no more good men left. They're gone.
Girl, go ahead. Go ahead. You've been married long.
And some feel that they've wasted their time. They have not accomplished, what they should have accomplished by then.
Right.
And so they worry. But if you keep worrying, it's not going to help you. It's never too late to start. It says it's never too late for a shower of rain. So it's never too late to start, And there are many more things I could think of, but let's leave that one at.
Okay, I think that's a good one because I do
Yeah.
feel like, especially nowadays, when my friends who are we're all around the same age, we are worried about, okay, what will the future look like?
Mm-hmm.
Especially because by now most of our moms were already married or already had their
Mm-hmm.
first child.
Mm-hmm.
So this generation is doing things a lot differently than the
Mm-hmm.
previous one.
Yeah.
So we're trying to write the rule book as we go, and we kind of don't know what that looks like.
Wow, that's you have taken on quite a tremendous task
Yeah.
to write the rule book. The rule book according to Allison.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it looks different.
It should.
Yeah. Because it's not going to be the same.
No. Because our experiences are different.
Mm-hmm.
Generationally, they're different.
Mm-hmm.
Things that are happening in the world around us
Mm-hmm.
is different, and that's a way of influencing what you do, how you react. So
Yeah, yeah. So for you now at this age, what does a good life mean to you?
oh boy, a good life means being happy, being at peace
Mm-hmm.
with those you love around you, your children, your grandchildren, your family, your nieces, and also having a measure of good health, because that can
Mm-hmm.
be a major concern if you're not able to move around and be active and go where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So those for me are important. It's a part of a good life. I can get up and go.
Mm-hmm.
I can still drive myself around, go when I want to go, where I
Yeah.
want to go, you know. But also family is close,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get together when we feel like, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I like that. So we're gonna switch gears,
Mm-hmm.
and go into like talking about love and relationships and things
Oh
like
boy.
that. So I do want to ask, what was dating like when you were in your 20s? So before you met Uncle and everything, what
Mhm.
was dating like for you?
You know what? In your early 20s, your teens and 20s, it was more about school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably by the way you maybe hang out with a group of friends and so on. It
Mm-hmm.
was not as defined as now when you have set times where you hang out, because school, growing up, you were told school was important. And so that was first and foremost
Mm-hmm.
in the mind. And of course, I went to a boarding institution for years. So that also gave me a different perspective versus people who are on their own living. But when you're on a school campus, you got to see each other,
Mm-hmm.
and you sit for lunch maybe or dinner, walk on campus, that kind of thing. But it was not maybe the spectacular thing where you go to a restaurant and you hang out and that type
Mm.
of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because the environment and the context made a difference.
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Did you? So I guess with dating, was it more like group dating? Like the settings if when you would go
Well,
on dates?
well, being on campus, what you do is sometimes they have banquets and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get invited, you go. They
Mm-hmm.
have breakfast, you go. They have social sometimes, you go. So that was restrictive in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
but you made the best of what you could with what you had. But for the general world outside, I'm not even sure, because I was so contained in on a campus. And then right after I graduated, Uncle went to Andrews University. So
Mm-hmm.
part of that dating went on through letters and through telephone calls.
Mm.
And I mean, it was a snail mail then. It took like about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And there was no telephone as such except the public telephone.
Mm-hmm.
So a funny story is like, he would tell me when he's going to call,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have to go there and wait at the phone booth and hope that nobody gets in the
Mm-hmm.
booth before I do. But the context was totally different. And so you had to make do with what you had.
Yeah. So I guess now we're talking about Uncle. How do you know when someone is the one?
How do you know when someone is a one? Okay, somebody who shares your values. There has to be a lot of things in common, really.
Mm-hmm.
You have this similar purview on life, and somebody around whom you feel kind of comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody who accepts you for who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you accept them for who they are with the limitations and what have you, but also their family interaction with you.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a level of comfort and confidence. that okay, I will be comfortable with this family because they have accepted me for who I am.
Yeah, like when people have crazy mother-in-law stories
Yes.
and stuff like that, like a lot of women are like, "Oh, I met his mom and she hated me."
Yeah.
Like I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I dread that."
Yes.
Cuz that's like not a
Yes.
good situation.
And a good sign too is if you watch how they treat their sisters.
Mhm.
It's a good indication, and how they talk about their moms.
Mhm.
It's also a good indicator. But if their family is accepting of you, then it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes awry, but by and large, it's a good sign.
Yeah. So, I guess what advice would you give me or other women my age about love that a lot of people don't say out loud?
Oh my goodness. Well, you have to look at their actions because it says actions speak louder
Mhm.
than words. And do a lot of observation. Watch how they treat you. They
Mhm.
might not say it that I love you, out, verbalize it, but you can tell from how they treat you when you're with them that there could be something there,
Mhm.
you know. Um, and I like to say, open your eyes because sometimes the love can be blinding. When you're in love, you get blind,
Yeah.
and the things you should look for, you really don't look for them because you're so excited.
Yeah.
But don't get overexcited. Use your eyes, observe
Mhm.
under different circumstances, and take it from there.
Yeah. So, I guess what keeps a relationship strong over time?
Over time, first and foremost for me is prayer.
Okay.
That's first and foremost. But it's also connecting with each other, doing some of the things that they like to do. I like to tell people that the things you used to do when you're dating, keep
Mhm.
doing them, don't stop.
Mhm.
People feel that once they're married,
It
that the
slows down.
conversation stops. The little notes should stop. The flowers should stop. The candy should stop. No, it should not stop.
Mhm.
It should continue. And so you build a strong relationship that way. And a key is also being honest with each other,
Mhm.
and respect.
Mhm.
That's a big part because if somebody's going to disrespect you,
Yeah.
then it is said that women want love and men want respect.
Mhm.
So if the person loves you and you in turn will respect them, then you're going to have a relationship that lasts.
Mhm.
And go places,
Mhm.
do things together. Like we like to read together.
Mhm.
And if he's doing something around the house, I like to help
Mhm.
because it's up around each other. Some families, they don't like to go anywhere, so one is gone there and the other is gone there. They don't
Mhm.
go out together, but go places together. Take the occasional trip out if you can afford it,
Yeah.
and just being there for each other and doing things together.
Mhm.
And the things you used to do during courtship, keep it going. Marriage is just an extended
Extended courtship
courtship. Yes,
forever.
forever. And the thing is that each day you get up, you find out something new about each other, and just keep on working,
Yeah.
keep on working.
So do you believe okay, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you believe in right person wrong time?
Oh my goodness, it depends.
Really? I want okay, go ahead. Go ahead and explain.
What would you think? What do you think?
I
Right?
believe
Hmm.
I don't believe in the phrase right person wrong time because I feel as though if that person is the person for you, God ordains for them to be in your life when it's supposed to. But if let's say you meet a guy, right?
Hmm.
And you guys are dating and then you break up for whatever reason and that is supposed to be your husband, but you broke up, whatever happened,
Wrong time, huh?
it was the wrong time, but God did that so you can heal and grow and give him the chance to heal and grow. And then when you come back together, like maybe a couple years down the line, and it makes sense because it was aligned, I feel like that will still be the right person.
Okay, so here is probably you might meet somebody
Uh-huh.
whose values line up with yours.
Right.
And you say, this is probably one. But that person or you might have been coming out of a relationship before,
Mm-hmm.
and or maybe a divorce
Mm-hmm.
or sickness or some challenges. So you're hurting or that person is hurting.
Mm-hmm.
The person is right, but the time is wrong because you need to go and maybe work on yourself, get some healing
Yeah.
first before you jump in there. And that's a big mistake many people make. They move from one dysfunctional situation
To
and
another.
without getting healed, they find somebody that they like
Mm-hmm.
and they jump right in head on. No, that's a recipe for trouble
Yeah.
or disaster again. So yes, it depends.
Yeah. Yeah. Or people self-sabotage. Like
Yeah.
if they like I've seen from when women are in a really bad relationship and then again they don't give themselves time to heal, so they go into another
Hmm.
relationship. The guy is great, like the guy is
Hmm.
amazing and everything, but because they're so used to the dysfunction of the last relationship,
Hmm.
because they didn't take the time to heal, they come into this new relationship and
With a lot of baggage.
yeah, and they self-sabotage
Yeah.
because they expect, oh, you're gonna cheat, you're gonna do this,
Hmm.
but that's not the type of person to do that. So, but yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's move on from relationships. We're going to get a little bit more personal. So, what is something that you regret and what did it teach you?
Let's see now. What did I regret?
And you don't have to regret. If you don't have any regrets in life, that's
Well,
fine
one
too.
one thing I regretted is that I didn't have the opportunity to kind of chart my course educationally differently.
Hmm.
I tell you why. When I grew up, I now find out.
She was a doctorate, by the way, y'all, but go ahead.
I now find out that I am multi-talented.
Yeah.
I have a lot of skills.
Hmm.
But because when I was growing up, I tell you what, I could have been saw myself as being an architect
Hmm.
or an interior designer
Yes.
or a fashion designer.
Hmm.
I consider myself someone very creative.
You
But
are.
I didn't see that side when I was growing up, not delving in it, or probably, let's say, it was not available to us then when we were growing up. Because when you grow up in the islands at that point, you have things that were limited to you.
Hmm.
They didn't give career counseling or anything like that, trying to find out. You were just told most times, this is what you want to be, you should
Hmm.
be. My dad wanted me to be a stenographer,
Hmm.
but I knew that I was not the person to sit at the desk
Hmm.
and take notes. So I didn't do what he said. My aunt wanted me to become a nurse.
Hmm.
I didn't because I don't
Yeah,
like nurse.
you
No,
don't
that's
like
not
blood.
me. So I did the next thing that was available, education,
Hmm.
teaching. But had I had the opportunity to lay out and say, I'm going to travel to get this done, but then if I traveled, I wouldn't have found a husband really.
Yeah.
So, yes, if I had the opportunity now to have laid out my full, career path,
Hmm.
I would have done differently.
Yeah. It's really interesting because I feel like for me right now, I'm and a lot of other people I'm noticing when we talk about it online in
Hmm.
their 30s, it's like they're pivoting.
Hmm.
Like you went to school, you got a degree, you stayed in that
Hmm.
industry for 10 years, and then now you hit maybe like 30 and
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh, I don't want to do
yeah.
this."
So I also regretted it. And when I came here, having the chance to
Mhm.
have probably gone on to pursue what I wanted to do,
Mhm.
I didn't do it. I just continued to go to school to the same path,
Mhm.
the path, the teaching track, which I could have tossed all of that behind.
Mhm.
But I think I was more thinking about rearing children, growing the
Mhm.
children, taking care of them. So maybe I didn't really think about that until it was, I consider it a bit too late,
No,
you know.
nothing's too
But
late.
nothing is too late still.
She has. Let me tell the audience. My auntie is amazing at decorating. She's amazing at cooking. She could find 5 ingredients in the pantry, in the fridge, and she'll whip together this really great meal. She is amazing at singing. She's amazing at playing the piano. Like,
Oh
yeah.
boy, you're trying to make me a superwoman.
No, but
I'm
I'm just
not.
saying, I feel
I'm
like
just, yes,
you're
I am
multi-passionate.
multi-talented, yes.
Yes.
And I should have developed some more,
Mm-hmm.
some of those areas, because I could have done different things
Mm-hmm.
and I could have switched gear, yes. And I talked to people about maybe switching fields, career paths.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have done that, but I unfortunately I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm comfortable and I'm happy with what I did. And the comfort is this, that when I meet former students
Mm-hmm.
and they say, "Hey, teach, you remember me, you taught me so and so." But also I would see students I took from, you know, zero, as it
Mm-hmm.
were, and they would come through and I see them as doctors, as teachers, or finishing high school, whatever. So that gives me some amount of assurance that what I did wasn't all lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you would still be a teacher in the sense of you would, whatever your craft that you decided to
Yes, that's
do,
correct.
you would
I
be
would
teaching
always want to
yeah.
pass it on to
Yeah,
somebody.
I think that's
And
what you would do.
that's a kind of legacy that I love. When I know something,
Mm-hmm.
I pass it on to somebody
Yeah.
with the hope that they in turn will imbibe what I have provided them and pass it on.
Yeah. I love that. So I have another question.
Hmm.
What did you have to unlearn as you got older? So you had your regrets, but what is something you had to
Not
unlearn?
to dwell on the past,
That's hard.
talking about I should have, I could have, but just move on. It's a hiccup,
Mm-hmm.
but you pass on, you move on, um, and just do what you can with what you have,
Mm-hmm.
because you cannot undo the past. Actually,
Right.
what's done is done,
Mm-hmm.
so it's moving on. And we like to sing songs of regrets
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, but it's move on,
Yeah.
move on. There is something else out there.
So with that, what would you like for women my age to be more honest about? Or what's something that you wish that women were
Mhm.
more honest about in general?
Let's see. Being honest about who they are,
Mm-hmm.
being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself
Mm-hmm.
and develop what you have. Be true to yourself, because too many people try to be somebody else
True.
and they don't. And also, if you have the opportunity to develop, don't tell me you don't have the skills. And people keep saying, I don't have the skill, I can't do this, I can't do that. There is something that each of us can do.
Right.
Find that little niche in life that's yours
Mm-hmm.
and do it. Stop lying to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say I'm no good. There is good in everybody,
Yeah.
some good. Each of us, we have different skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
I might have many, you might have one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bible story talks about the man with the one talent.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of developing that talent, he buried it.
Mm-hmm.
He could have gone and developed that one talent. And
Mm-hmm.
many people are like that.
That's very true. That's actually very powerful. So I guess moving into that, when we're gonna talk more about like careers and stuff
Hmm.
and just purpose in life. Did you ever feel pressure to have your life figured out at 33 or even younger?
Hmm. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Um, you have to give me something to chew
I
on,
mean, I,
girl.
I mean, I'm just because I don't feel the pressure from like family or friends, but
No,
I
I
feel it
no,
from
I don't feel that.
society.
I knew that I needed to go on
Right.
to develop my career,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't feel any pressure to say, well, you have to do it now, because I calculated I had young children,
Mm-hmm.
and that was first. I knew I could delay which a lot of young women are now doing, to delaying to have children to get their career completed. I didn't do that. I had a career as a teacher and I could live with that. But I had my children that I had to take care of. And so, matter of fact, I stayed home for maybe about 6 years.
Really?
7 years. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Because I immediately thought of going back to school, but uncle was working, and sending my kids to daycare was not a part of the deal. And it was tough for me to decide to stay, but you know what? I'm happy I did, because I've seen what it has done for my children. And after they were growing, when this last one went to school, then I went back to school.
Yeah.
So everybody was in school. But the thing is, I could send them off to school, hop on the train, go to school, get back home, that kind of thing. So I don't think I would have probably done it any other way, looking back at it. Because I think that the development of my children was first and foremost in my mind, in our mind. And we may do, but you know what? It pulled also the creative skills from me, because I learned to make things that I needed. I learned to make my drapes. I learned to make my bathroom curtains.
Yeah.
I made the clothing for my kids.
Yeah.
So in that time, less money coming in, but I became very creative.
Yeah, more resourceful.
And look for sales, girl. Looking for sales. You smell them actually. Where to go and get them, So I learned also that for me was not lost.
Yeah.
Those were teaching moments.
Yeah.
Which I appreciated.
Yeah.
But if I had to plot it out at the beginning of my life, if you told me that's what I would have done, it would not have been.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know you stayed home for like 6-7 years.
Yes, I did.
That's a long time.
It's long, but you know what? I had fun because take the kids them different places, pick up from school those who should be picked up, and and when I went to Canada, I stayed home a bit because I couldn't find a job. But I used that. I baked, I cooked. Oh my goodness, developed recipes, all kind of stuff. So it wasn't all that bad,
Yeah. So, what would you tell younger women who are chasing their dreams? So for you, life was a little bit different. But
yes, it was.
Yeah. What would you say to them now?
Go for it. If you want family, then you're gonna have to do a different type of thinking how you're gonna manage that.
Right.
But if you're not, and you know what, do it early and just go get it out of the way. And then after that, you can settle down if you have age in your favor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like I said, go for it. Just set out your career goals. I want to have a bachelor's degree. And if you think the field you have chosen demands a master's degree, for example, if you did a bachelor's in psychology, you got to tell yourself, I got to go to the end if it's going to be meaningful.
Yeah.
So don't pause and say, I'm going to, no, go and do what you need to do. Get yourself qualified. You should not be left standing. And this is what my dad said to me. My dad said, look, I'm making sure you have an education because no man should mistreat you.
Listen.
You should not be left without a career where you can support yourself. And I say that to every woman. Get some kind of skill, some career. And I'm not advocating for breakage in marriages, but it happens.
Yeah.
And if it happens, you should not be out there out on the street with a placard asking for help because you have a skill. It doesn't have to be a college degree. You might be just a dressmaker, or you do floral arrangements or whatever you do, or you might be a cosmetologist. Whatever you do, get yourself some kind of skill so that you can be self-sufficient.
I agree. I agree because a lot of times when divorce does inevitably happen in marriages, a lot of times the financial burden
That's
falls on the
correct.
women.
Hmm.
Women are more susceptible after a divorce. And then if you add children on top of that and maintaining the lifestyle you had before with your husband, now being a single mom with your children, it's a lot. So I 100% agree.
Hmm.
I agree. So I guess in kind of a little bit more with that, with you telling women to kind of just go for it, do you think passion or stability matters more?
They go together, I would sort of think.
Why?
You have a passion for something,
Okay.
you're going to do it. But also, it's important for you to be stable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, I kind of think that some people think stability, and that's important, really,
Mm-hmm.
not running around. But you have to, if you have a passion for something,
Mm-hmm.
then go do it and get yourself fixed, not fixed, really. I'm searching for a word. I'm cutting a blank.
What do you want to say? Like, get yourself.
If you have a passion for something, you do it,
Uh huh.
but not just running around, trying to, um, wondering if you did the right thing.
Okay.
I guess. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like passion is a great thing, but I think you have to be realistic in your passion. Um,
Stability.
yeah, because I do feel like at a certain point you have to be able to pay your bills. You have to be able to sustain yourself. And if your passion is unable to, like everybody has a passion to want to be a singer. They want to be Beyonce one day. And not everybody is going to
Is
have the
that
opportunity.
misguided passion?
I don't know. And sometimes it's not. I always think like when you were talking
So
about
it's
that.
so I would say instead of stability, I'd probably say realistic.
Okay, realistic.
Yes. I'd more or less say you need to count the cost.
Yeah.
Be realistic. A lot of times we are passionate about something, but we are not realistic. So
Mm-hmm.
it puts us in create some challenges,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so we're thinking I can be this and that. Yes, you can,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to count the cost,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to have a plan
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
in order to how you're going to fulfill that passion that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You need a plan. You need to be realistic with yourself. Is this something I can do without getting indebted? Is this something I can do without hurting myself physically? Is this something I can do that will be beneficial for me in the future? Will it accrue me some financial stability?
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are some questions, that hard questions sometimes, that we need to ask.
No, I agree. I agree. So with that, with trying to be realistic, I want to jump into faith.
Okay.
So how has your relationship with God changed over the years?
My relationship has not changed. It's, I would say it has matured,
Mm-hmm.
developing a more matured faith, you know.
Mature in what way? Or mature in what way?
Matured in how I see the things,
Mm-hmm.
matured in the way I interpret things,
Mm-hmm.
matured in the way that I trust God more. You know, when you're young, the faith sometimes is
Oh, very.
weak. But as you grow and you study the word and you pray and you interact with people also, because people can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know with my husband, my faith has matured
Mm-hmm.
because by working with him and helping him, traveling around, seeing others, it has helped to, and studying,
Mm-hmm.
it has helped to grow my faith.
Yeah. So with that, what seasons tested your faith the most? And it doesn't have to be like it could be something small.
Oh, sometimes inside, because my husband's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see things sometimes when it tests your faith when you see people being disrespectful to him, or trying to mistreat, or to treat your children in a way that is not godly. It's testing your faith. It's testing your patience, because you don't want to see your kids get hurt.
Yeah.
And if somebody is saying something unjustly about your child or your spouse,
Yeah.
it hurts.
Yeah.
And sometimes you really want to answer back, but you count the cost. If I do this, what will be the repercussions in terms of his work? Do I do it and ruin everything, or do I, be patient, pray, say a silent prayer? Because there are times when I had to say a silent prayer, and see how we can go through that maze without creating any ripples. And we have seen a lot.
You better than
We
me,
have
girl.
stories that, hair raising stories.
No, I would have cussed somebody out. I'm not.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't. That's not part of my personality.
It's not.
Really.
You're not like
That's
that.
not part of my personality, and that's not part of how I grew up.
Right.
Never hear my mom cussing out people.
Yeah.
And my dad was a more forthright person, and he would tell you what he meant, but he would use these big words that people don't understand, and you wouldn't realize that he's
that
really
sounds like
telling
daddy.
you. Yes,
that's daddy's personality.
That's right.
Yes.
So but I wouldn't do that. I'm more reserved. And I will retreat instead of, and I pray for you.
Yeah.
And there are times when I had to use kindness, because time and time again, I saw people who were trying to hurt my family, and I used kindness. And but the Lord had to say, this is how you got to deal with it. Because if not, you're going to create challenges.
Yeah. I hope to get to that level. I'm not there yet. But
it takes time. All of us grow. That's why I say my faith matured.
So how do you trust God when life doesn't always go the way you planned?
Well, you know what? There's something about telling the story, and I look back in life, and I see how He has led me up to different points, and so each step, each hurdle I overcome, I know that He has been leading. So I can look back and say, well, in this case, He led me to this point. He's not going to leave me at this point here. Maybe it's something He doesn't want me to do.
Yeah.
I am a very reflective person. So I tend to look back and see where. So I can trust Him.
Yeah.
Because He has led me to and when I look back and I see where I could have made mistakes, serious mistakes, and I looked and saw what He did in those times, then I know I can trust Him, because had it not been for Him, the script would have been different.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Yeah.
Especially as life goes on, I'm like, wow, it's very interesting, because you think your life will be one path. In a lot of ways, I'm so thankful that God altered my path more than once, because now I see what He was doing all that time. But I want to move on to something a little bit fun.
Wow.
So we'll see. So I do have a couple questions. What did you think you'd be doing at 80 when you were younger?
You know something? When you're young, you said you're foolish.
Really?
And there's something you don't think about.
You didn't think about this?
When you're younger, say in your 20s and 30s, you don't think about 80. But as I got older. My wish is to grow old gracefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I could accept that. I could accept that. Here's the thing though. One thing that I noticed, because remember the backstory. When the lady who came over on Sabbath and she said that I look 20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a common thing that I get because a lot of people say mommy and daddy look younger than their age. Like they're shocked that they have like grown children
Mm-hmm.
and how people are shocked at your age.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the one thing I know when I get to be a certain age, I'll look
I went to
great.
my doctor yesterday and I told him I'm gonna be Thursday's my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "What?
Yeah,
You don't look it."
you don't.
And a lot of people keep telling me that, but that's the grace of God, girl.
Listen.
Having that peace that comes from God, and don't allow everything to get you perturbed.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow everything to get you bent out of shape.
True.
If tomorrow's my birthday and my husband forgot, I'm not going to get bent out of shape.
Really?
No. And if Valentine's Day come, I'm not going to sit down and cry. Because you know what? During times when it's not birthday or off season,
Mm-hmm.
we do things.
Mm-hmm.
You get gifts. So it really doesn't bother me. I give him when I feel like, he gives me when I feel like. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to get bent out of shape.
Right.
Some people, I've seen people throwing temper tantrums because their husband forgot their birthday or something like that. No. So I keep my calm that way,
Okay.
by not worrying over a lot. I can worry.
Yeah.
I can worry, but there are some things I don't waste the energy to worry over.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's something about my generation, and I'm a millennial because I don't want you to get confused with Gen Z. So, what's something about the millennial generation that confuses you?
I think that somewhere along the line, some of them have lost the fight. They're not rebellious.
Okay, so that's interesting.
You are midway. You're not fully millennial.
Okay.
You're midway between millennial and
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yes. You're someplace stuck in there.
Yeah.
The generation before, they were rebellious. They were fighters. But you guys are a little bit more. You're called the silent generation.
In a way.
In a way.
Okay. That's interesting. I can see why you would think that, though.
Yeah.
Only because of the freedoms and stuff that weren't allotted to you, especially back then. And then, of course, you immigrating to a new country and all of that stuff.
But even coming here, people, they would fight. They wouldn't take. There was a time when school campuses, you think there's uproar on campus now?
Oh,
no.
there's nothing. Yeah.
School campuses were in uproar.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, in the 90s, they fought.
Yeah.
They didn't take no for an answer. They were going to fight back. But, sometimes it's hard to put everybody in a neat pile because even though you say you're a millennial or you're Gen Z or maybe Gen X, whatever, there are individuals within that grouping who act differently against the prescribed status quo or what was put on them to say this is how you're supposed to behave.
Right.
But by and large, those we have met sometimes, my husband had to say, you guys need to stand up a little bit more and really advocate for what you believe.
That's a very interesting take. I kind of agree.
Yes.
So I guess the flip side of that, what is something that you love about this generation?
Well, they are very techy.
You guys should have seen Auntie before we even got on, looking on her phone, her iPad, everything.
I learned because I live with millennials and I live with Gen Zs. I know I have the alphas to contend with. So if you don't learn, then you are at a loss.
Yeah, you get left behind.
They're left behind because they're texting you. They're doing so many things. So you have to learn. I'm not where they are or near where they are, but yes, I can help myself some,
Yeah.
But really, they have information and they use this
Mm-hmm.
to guide them through to search for what they really need, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Hmm.
What was your, away from my generation, and now
Hmm.
I'm going back to you. What was your favorite memory growing up?
My favorite memory. Oh my goodness. I liked to go into the woods and just walk by the waters.
What was with you guys
Not
love
deep woods.
nature.
Yes, I love nature. And a matter of fact, in the mornings when I get up, especially on the weekend for church,
Mm-hmm.
it almost looks like nature is saying, be still. It looks
Mm-hmm.
different. It was peaceful, quite granted, it was in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But still, here I get up
Mm-hmm.
and there's a peace to me in nature that I enjoy.
Okay. Okay, I'll take it. I feel like every time I ask like somebody, because I've even asked mommy that, and I guess because you guys kind of grew up more in the country in
Hmm.
Jamaica, like nature is always the
Out
first
in nature,
answer.
yes.
Yeah.
And the thing was that there was food in abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits, favorite memory. I will remember early morning, you get up, you run to the avocado tree before the cats get there. They would fall on the ground and you get some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, my dad had a cane field just around the house for
Mm-hmm.
us and some lush canes, a white one, soft and nice.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those moments, and sometimes it's almost nostalgic.
Mm. I love that for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay. So I want to pivot towards legacy and a little bit more about reflection. Um, what do you want people to remember about you?
What do I want people to remember about me? Um, I want them to remember me as a God fearing person,
Mm-hmm.
as a caring person,
Mm-hmm.
as a person who like to make a difference
Mm-hmm.
in people's lives,
Yeah.
as a person who likes to help people to find their path, to find their way.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy taking students and talking to them about college, what they're doing, and what seems. The question I ask many times minorities, what are you going to do in college? I'm going to do with psychology. I'm going to do psychology. My question is, what are you going to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying, I'm pushing them to say, look, you need to get to the next level
Yeah.
if that's going to be beneficial to you.
Yeah.
So I want them to remember somebody who is concerned about the success of the next generation,
Mm-hmm.
as someone who is able to provide mentorship
Mm.
or mentor young people, if they want it. Not going to force it if
Right.
they don't want, but to provide somebody who's willing to help, somebody who cares about the feelings
Mm-hmm.
of others. I guess I could go on, but that would be a bit of boasting, so I stop it.
No, I think that's what you should want people to remember you about. That's
Yeah.
good. So I guess a little bit more, what does legacy mean to you when you think about the word legacy?
People think about legacy. When people think about legacy, they think about money
Mm-hmm.
or a house that parents pass on to you.
Yeah.
That is it too, but that's not how I see it basically.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I see legacy as um passing on values
Mm-hmm.
or the enduring impact of values, principles,
Mm-hmm.
um that you leave behind, the markers that you leave behind, the footprints that you leave behind for others to pick up and move on. So I want to leave a legacy of caring for my kids. I want to leave a
Mm-hmm.
legacy of love for my kids. I want to leave a legacy of working towards your goal and finishing it,
Mm-hmm.
being a legacy of success,
Mm-hmm.
values
Mm-hmm.
that will keep. Because when you have values, they will never fade.
Yeah.
They will never fade. And you might be down and one day say, oh, my parents passed this value on to me.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can take that from you. They
Mm-hmm.
can take the wealth from you. They can take the house that I left you from you.
Mm-hmm.
But what I have seated inside you, the principles, they can't take it.
Yeah.
And those are to guide you so that you can guide also the next generation. Because what I hope to accomplish is kind of a cyclical approach. So I pass it to you and it keeps going and
Mm-hmm.
it keeps going and it keeps going. So my primary thing, yes, I love if I have it, but I'd rather if I have anything to give financially, I do it now while they are
Mm-hmm.
coming up. Because if I wait until now, they have acquired what they need to acquire already.
Yeah.
And so people talk about they leave a legacy and it's a house and they leave account. And the strange thing is they don't even give you when you need it.
Mm.
They wait until I think of um, even my husband's family, the family home,
Mm-hmm.
dad died 8 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
It is still there. The kids have already, all of them have already struggled and bought their homes.
Yeah.
If they were waiting on that,
It's been a while.
right. But if I, the values that he gave to them of worship, the value of belonging, the value
Mm-hmm.
of togetherness in family. And I remember him telling them, don't ever live a day without finding out how your brother and your sister is doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a passing legacy, a legacy of caring. And so that is for me legacy. And incidentally, we do a series of workshops on legacy.
Mm-hmm.
We have one, the first book we did, my husband and I, is called Parental Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did one called Life Maps Legacy. And the other one is Legacy of, I think, Advocacy.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to talk about legacy a lot because it is important, passing on a legacy to your kids, something that they can hold on to, you know, the values, the principles.
Yeah. It all comes together.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. So, right now, what are you most proud of in your life?
What am I most proud of in my life? Um, I am proud or not proud because not arrogant,
Yeah.
but I'm excited about the development of my children
Mm-hmm.
and the grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that they are holding on to some of the legacies that we have tried to
Mm-hmm.
imbue in them. So we hope and trust,
Yeah.
that some of those something that we've done will rub off,
Yeah.
and that makes us excited. Makes me excited. And when I look at my family in general, and they're not, I can come to your house.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to anyone, my siblings, my nieces,
Mm-hmm.
and feel comfortable and happy,
Mm-hmm.
then that's something to be really excited about.
Yeah.
There's no animosity.
Mm-hmm.
There is just love, caring, sharing. Yes, we
Of
disagree.
course.
We disagree. Or we argue sometimes. But, at the end of the day, we're back together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very true. I feel like, especially growing up in a family that's really big, because our family is very large,
Yeah.
I feel like you learn very quickly just the value of connection in the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what my parents taught me. So I
Mm-hmm.
would love to pass that down if I
Mm-hmm.
ever have kids. What?
But
Oh, go ahead.
you don't have to have kids. You can pass it on to young children still by mentoring them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
you go to school or church and you see kids
Mm-hmm.
who are in need of a lot of them are out there
Yeah, this is
who
true.
need somebody to mentor them, Because at home, especially in this day and age when children are having children, some of these things they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you need somebody to pass on that, you know, legacy to them,
Mm-hmm.
mentor through mentorship. And I'm a big believer in mentorship
Mm-hmm.
because it is important because there are too many children out there
That don't have it.
have no mentors, whatever.
Yeah, positive ones.
Positive
Because
mentors.
there's mentors out
Yes,
there and they're
yes,
not
yes,
positive.
yes. Adding, we
Yeah,
take it for granted that mentorship means, but
yeah,
you're correct.
yeah.
You're correct.
Because that's very true.
Hmm.
So, what advice do you want to leave behind for your family? If you had one piece of advice, what would you say to them?
Keep trusting God.
Amen. I love that.
Never give up, man. Don't leave him out. He's the most important thing in the
Mm-hmm.
equation. I like to tell people that my relationship with God or is like it's like a triangle at the top.
Mm-hmm.
There's God and families, and as we get closer to each other,
Mm-hmm.
we're getting closer to God.
Yeah.
So keep connected as families, and you will be connecting with God.
Yay.
Never give up. Don't trade that for anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that, Auntie. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do like I guess a bit of rapid fire.
Oh my
So
goodness.
the third is
Hope it doesn't burn me.
oh girl. Ha ha ha. Girl. Okay, so we're gonna do 33 versus 80 rapid fire, y'all.
Mm.
So I'm gonna ask a question and we'll both answer it.
Okay.
And it's the first thing that comes to our mind.
Hmm.
So don't think about it. Okay, so what are you still learning?
I'm still learning to be patient.
Okay, I'm still learning to trust the timing of my life.
Okay.
Okay. What scares you right now?
What scares me right now is what's going on in the world where there are people without health care, people who are hungry.
Mm,
You know, it's scary
yeah.
because you know not what are we facing another world war?
Mm,
What's going on?
yeah. Yeah. What's scaring me right now is the uncertainty of my life. That's what's scaring me.
Well, I know where I'm heading, so I mean, it is scary too because the closer you get, the closer you get away from your birthday when
Mm-hmm.
you were born, you're getting closer to the other end.
Yeah.
It's a bit scary, but not as scary when you have God.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
I'm getting over that.
So okay, so that's my next question. What brings you peace? Is that what brings you peace?
What brings me peace is um, just learning to think of a better, not learning, thinking about a better life
Mm-hmm.
in the hereafter.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me peace when I'm able to connect, and I've been dancing around that question,
Mm-hmm.
connect with my family, my
Mm-hmm.
children, my relatives. It gives you peace. It gives me peace when I have friends
Mm-hmm.
I can talk to, I can call, I can pray with them. It gives you peace, right?
Yeah.
And I have some amount of satisfaction when I'm able to laugh.
Yes. Girl,
And
you're so funny.
well, it doesn't make sense sitting down and whining
Mm-hmm.
and
True.
complaining. So you laugh, you connect with those around you,
Mm-hmm.
and if your grandmother used to say, I would say to her, I'll take you to the community center
Oh, she said she hated it.
where you can learn to do, you can be at. She said to me, I'm not going to these pure old people
She
there.
was old.
And I'm probably thinking that way too,
Mm.
that I'm more like connecting with young people, keep you younger,
Mm-hmm.
younger generation. So
Yeah. What I guess for me, what brings me peace, is trusting myself
mhm.
and also reading a really good book.
All right.
Yeah. And then last rapid fire question, what does love mean to you today?
Okay, so this is funny. I have to tell this from when I was growing up. The definition we had of love was Love is a feeling that you feel. When you feel you're going to feel something
Oh,
that you've never felt before. That's funny.
girl.
But of course, that's not my definition of love. Love is caring,
Mm-hmm.
sharing. It means mutuality of relationship.
Right.
It means having, someone who understands you
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. And we could add to that, but it's the ability to share and connect with people
Mm-hmm.
and be at peace.
Yeah.
You know, see the good in others, hear people talk to you
Mm-hmm.
about how they think about you.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, please don't wait
Yeah.
until the
Tell
funeral
me
because I'm not
now.
hearing it. Tell me now.
Yes, I agree. I
Yes.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I guess for me, the way I define love, I always say I'm so blessed
Mm-hmm.
having a community of
Mm-hmm.
family and friends around me that pour into me
Mm-hmm.
and are there to uplift me
Yeah.
and are there to encourage me and just pray for me and even just have fun
Yeah.
with me. And so, or even to give advice, everything. And I feel like love is the embodiment of the people who I surround myself with.
Mm-hmm.
And if people aren't showing me those actions, then I know
It's
that,
not. It's not
yeah,
love.
it's
That's
not the
why.
same.
That's why I use the term mutuality
Yeah.
of relationship is reciprocal.
Yeah.
Because if it's one sided for me, that's not love. Yeah, I'm just a giver.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're taking
Yes.
away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Okay, last and very final question, y'all. Auntie, if you could speak directly to me, Allison, 10 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
so in 10 years you would be 90, in 10 years I will be 43.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want me to remember?
Girl, I would say to you, keep the faith.
Mm-hmm.
Keep holding on. Never give up on God because He has not given up on you. I want you to remember that He loves you
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
Yay. Yay. And that's it. Everybody, of course. This is my auntie. Go ahead, girl. She doesn't have any social media, so we won't be giving out the social media handles. But yes, where can they buy like your books and everything like that? You should tell them.
Oh, we have a couple of books. I did one on myself. I did one by myself. I just gave it away on Sabbath to a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called From Neighbors to Family,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get them on Amazon.
Okay.
The other one is called Parental Legacy. My husband and myself did it. Parental Advocacy,
Mm-hmm.
and we did three books together. Or Life Maps Legacy,
Mm-hmm.
and that one is powerful
Yeah.
because it talks about helping young people to map their lives,
Mm-hmm.
to organize their lives. Asking them question. Where are you going? How are you going to get there? What we use the D's. It's actually being. My husband is revising it right now. I haven't seen it yet
Mm-hmm.
to do my input, but that one's a powerful one.
Yeah. And
Life Maps Legacy.
I'll put the links in the episode description box. So
Sure.
for anybody who's interested in checking out the books, I definitely think you should.
Yeah.
But for everybody who is listening or watching on YouTube, God bless. Have an amazing day. And thank y'all for listening to Allison's Corner.